Now let's move on to our second topic, which is building and working with scales. For our discussion today, we'll look at the first scale everyone learns, the five-tone or pentatonic scale, or more specifically, the minor pentatonic scale. Now, looking back at our major scale as a starting point, the pentatonic scale is formed by altering the major scale in this way: root, minor third, fourth, fifth, and minor seventh. 5 tones like this: root, minor third, fourth, fifth, minor seventh, and then we're back to the root again, an octave higher. So 5-tone scale. The major scale was a 7-tone scale, but we've altered it, so to speak, to be this. Okay, so it's used most frequently in blues and rock and roll. I'm sure that this sounds familiar to you, or if I played it, sounds a little familiar to you that way, right? So once again, the way we'll learn the minor pentatonic scale is by hanging these scale tones on our basic framework of 5 octave regions. In this case, we're going to look at region 1 in particular, and that was what I was just playing for you. Now, I'd like to make an interesting observation here. Many times the way the minor pentatonic scale, notice the minor third here, the way this scale is applied is within the context of a major harmony, as in blues and rock and roll. So for example, listen to this. I'll do this in the key of A. Here's an A chord, right, with a major third, right? And here's what the minor pentatonic scale sounds like. Here's the minor scale. And here's the chord. Major third. Minor third. All right? This is one of my favorite musical mysteries, okay, is how this major pentatonic scale sounds and finds its home within the context of a major sounding harmony. It's just so cool. You've got this major third. How does this, why does that sound so cool? I don't know, but it's great. So now let's go a bit further and talk about arpeggios. An arpeggio is simply a broken chord. So a chord is when 3 or more tones are sounded simultaneously, while an arpeggio is when those same 3 or more chord tones are played separately, either as a broken chord like this, or sequentially like this. Okay, those are arpeggios. So looking at blues or rock, when we're playing in a major key, our primary chord, or what we call the 1 chord or the tonic chord, is a major chord or a dominant 7 chord like this. These chords have a major third. A dominant 7 chord is built like this. It's built with root third and fifth and a minor 7th. You'll notice the dominant 7 chord has a major chord, root third and fifth, as its foundation, with the addition of one other chord tone, a minor 7. Now, in another video, I'll show you how to apply a major pentatonic scale and do some other things, but I don't want us to get over our heads here. For now, let's focus on this, using the minor third and the major third. Listen to the difference again. Here's the major third, right? That's a dominant 7 arpeggio with a major third, and the minor pentatonic scale with a minor third. Now, the great benefit of looking at the guitar in this way, identifying and knowing and understanding accords or scales content and not just a pattern of dots, it helps you as a musician to make tasteful, artistic, musical choices. So you see, now that I know the harmonic context, what chords I'm playing against, and now that I know where to reach for a major third or minor third, I'm able to craft a more musical melodic line, drawing upon this palette of tone colors in an artistic way to paint my musical picture. Listen to this. Here's a short example. Right, I'm going to play for you. You're going to hear an A dominant 7 chord, and I'm going to play for you. You'll hear me draw on those different colors of major third and minor third, and listen to how I craft melodic line against that. So you could hear me shifting gears. It can have brightness of that major third, or the dark bluesy quality of the minor third. Being able to identify those tones and shift back and forth from one to another, or to I call it scratching your musical itch. You know, when you get that itch, oh, you want to hear this or you want to hear that, you have control of your instrument, of your musical language to be able to do that. Well, I hope you've enjoyed your guitar lesson today. Remember, all this information is in my books, Understanding How to Build Guitar Chords and Arpeggios, published by Mel Bay, and Understanding Chords, Arpeggios, and Scales for Guitar, Volume 2. Both these books are available on Amazon.com, and with these books you'll be able to see these detailed diagrams a lot better than you can on the board here. Thanks again for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time. And right now I will close for you and play a little more extended blues in the key of A.